Welcome everyone to Sonic 3, and we're already getting an obnoxious amount of encoding overloads already. Can I play a game without having to rely on my phone for the stupid chat? It's still going. I closed the stupid chat. There we go. Jeez. Alright, so to be frank, I know I should be doing like either like Pokemon Platinum or Persona or Persona 3, but I'll be honest, I just really need a little distraction. I want to play a bit of Sonic 3 and Knuckles. So I'm in a huge mood for it. Now, just to clarify, I'm not I'll be frank, hang on. Turn it up a bit. There we go, that's much better. Alright, so I'll be frank, I don't think I'm actually going to be able to beat it this session. So, and I'm not going after all the Super Emeralds, just the Chaos Emeralds. Yeah, I'll be honest, I've been in a huge mood for like 2D Sonic games for a bit, so I wanted to play a little bit of Sonic 3 and Knuckles. I played the crap out of Mania already. And I felt like playing Sonic 3 and Knuckles, which I think I think this is honestly still my favorite 2D Sonic game. Don't get me wrong, Sonic Mania is fantastic, but I think its core problem is that it's too similar to Sonic 3 and Knuckles. In effect, on like how it plays, because like the control scheme is exactly the same. Now, don't get me wrong, the control scheme is great, but it also doesn't have enough original levels. And my other issue with it is it doesn't feel like it tells a story compared to Sonic 3 and Knuckles. With like the transitions and the things that goes on in the levels. Alright, hang on. There we go. With things like the transitions between levels and like various events that happen like in the middle levels, stuff like that. Yeah, honestly, I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to beat this because like now that I'm only streaming for 2 hours at a time instead of the usual 3. Probably not gonna beat this, but at the same time, I'm not really planning on beating it. Like, I'm just playing it through until until I'm out of time. If I beat it within 2 hours, then I beat it within 2 hours. Simple as that. I might have a higher chance of beating it within 2 hours if I don't bother going for the Chaos Emeralds. But I want to at least get the good ending. I at least want to get the good ending where you get the Chaos Emeralds. Like, I at least want to go that far. And in addition, like, my biggest gripe with Sonic 3 and Knuckles is honestly the super theme, because it's just the invincibility theme. And it's a 6-second loop, and it's very irritating after a while. Like, in some cases, I kind of prefer not going super, but they made it more difficult to prevent going super since he's pressing the jump button twice. And since I like playing as Tails, and his main gimmick is flying, especially since I think he's the only character that can actually transform while still having a shield, because I know Sonic can't transform while he's got a shield. Actually, I think Knuckles can transform while he's got a shield as well. But yeah, so I don't really like going super in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, but I enjoy it in Mania because the music for that is great. Where's the last lot? There they are. Still got it. Yeah, in all honesty, like, Blue Sphere is like my specialty when it comes to like the Chaos Emerald minigames. Like, if any of you have ever watched my Sonic Mania playthroughs and like my other Sonic 3 playthroughs that I've done in the past, I rarely have a problem with this. Alright, going up. Up here's a magnet shield. There we go. I think another problem I have with Sonic Mania, like just saying that off real quick. Knuckles' stages aren't really that interesting. Okay. Okay, that's not true. What I mean is that they don't do enough changes to Knuckles' levels like what they did with Sonic 3 Knuckles. No, I want the Magnet Shield. It's probably got like a different name, like Electric Shield or Shock Shield or Energized Shield or whatever. I've always called it the Magnet Shield because it attracts rings like a magnet. Alright. I'm eventually going to have to keep quiet while doing those, because otherwise I'm not going to be able to get them. Yeah. Just thinking about it, I might still be able to beat this game in the 2-hour mark anyway. Because I can get all 7 Chaos Emeralds as early as Marble Garden Zone. I'd like to keep the shield. I'm not keeping the shield. Alright. Up here to hit a switch to lower the water. I could fly up. higher. But honestly, I prefer to take this path anyway, because I know that this is a direct route to the 4th Chaos Emerald ring. Well, giant ring. I don't know where the other path will take me. I have a feeling that I'll eventually go back to the same path. But I'd rather just take the path I'm more comfortable with. Now, I want to say it's... Here it is. Alright, 4th one. Uh-oh. I got distracted by a notification on Steam. I really need to find a way to turn that off. Maybe I won't be in about 2 hours. Doesn't matter anyway. Again, not really trying to. I'm just like trying to have some fun. Well, to be fair, I could also like pick this up in tomorrow's session. Nice. What the hell? That was weird. Wasn't that riveting? That bit's always been rigged. I won't lie, I do like this battle theme. That's 6, 7, 8. If I can do this just right. There we go. Yeah, you can like skip. You can jump off that bridge at just the right time and you don't fall. Yeah, the problem is you're eventually gonna have to go down. Alright, so I think somewhere around here is a... Okay, a ring box. I think a bubble shield's this way. I won't lie though, it is pretty weird to play like this version of Hydra City. After being so used to Sonic Mania's one. Damn it. Go. It's also weird, like, hearing the regular song as well. Cause again, I'm so used to Mania's remixes. I won't deny, I was happy that Hydra City was in Sonic Mania. Like that was my favorite water level in the Sonic series. I've always enjoyed like water levels, even as a kid. I was that weird one who actually liked Labyrinth Zone in Sonic 1. Yeah, I know. An oddity there. And again, I always liked Sonic 1 over 2. And that's definitely a me thing. Like, that's not like oh, Sonic 1 is clearly the better game. I just like Sonic 1 more. And again, if I'm being perfectly frank, like, 3D Sonic games are more my thing. But 2D Sonic games, specifically, like, Free and Mania, they have more replayability to me. It's weird, like, it's because I'm, like, I was exposed to the classic Sonic games at the same time as Mario. But my Mega Drive, like, broke when I was a kid, so I wasn't exposed to the Sonic series until Sonic Adventure 2. And even then, like, I was never big on the classic Sonic games when I was a kid. I always preferred Mario. And I have better memories with the 3D Sonic games than the 2D ones, because my first 3D Sonic game was Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. It was one of the first games I got for the GameCube. It's like, and as a result, I just have more fond memories with the 3D Sonic games. So don't get me wrong, I know the 2D games are good, but if I have a preference, I have a preference. Yeah. But you see what I mean when I say that I can get all 7 emeralds as early as Marble Zone? Like, I knew the 4 in Angel Island, I know where 2 is in Hydro City, and I know where 2 are in Marble Garden Zone. That boss is honestly piss easy, especially if you've got a bubble shield. Alright. Don't go too far just yet. Go! I won't lie, I love the backgrounds for Hydro City. They look really cool. I will admit, the more I play this, the more difficult it is to believe that all of the that all of these like diverse landscapes take place on Angel Island. When you see it again in Sonic Adventure, and it's just like one singular, it's just like one tiny ass island. It's like either the island has shrunk a lot since, or Sonic and the gang were on some major LSD when they were playing, when they were going through this. I don't know. Odds are it's just a retcon thing. I remember coming up with a theory that that you leave Angel Island to follow along, but nah, when you look at the background of Angel Island, when you look at the background area of Angel Island when you beat the game in Sonic 3 Knuckles, you can actually see some of the locales you visited in the distance. All right, number 6. Alright, just this bit now. Up. I wonder how many people watching this are clenching at this. There we go. One to go. Like I said, I'm not going after all the Super Emeralds, I'm just getting the Chaos Emeralds. And if I don't finish it within this session, then I don't finish it. I may continue it in the next session if I'm still in the mood. Dead. Alright, exhaustion. Get out, get out, get out. I notice that Tails' tails shrink whenever he rotates on these. It's difficult to notice because of how quick it was, but yeah. When he's idle, his tails are a lot bigger. When he's in this thing, his tails are a lot smaller. Actually, let's see if I can get a let's see if I can get a bubble shield out of this. Fire shield. There we go. That was easy. Definitely thought I was going to lose it there. I was hitting the jump button, but for some reason he wasn't getting off. I mean, the reason why is tails shrink when he like goes on those things is because I think his tails and his idle animation are separate sprites. I did that on purpose because I know about this one, like, crab fella here who always snipes me whenever I go up too high. What now? Yeah? What now? Okay, bye. Alright. That's 4, 5. I don't know if there's a way to hit him with my tails in this part, so I don't risk it. 6, 7, 8. Tails kind of breaks the game at times. I do dig the music in this stage. Though I'm being honest, like, Sonic 3's soundtrack is something I don't really go out of my way to look for. I like listen to outside the game, with a couple exceptions. I believe the main one being the final boss theme, not Doomsday Zone, the first final boss theme. I think it's just called Big Arms. Or in that one remix, Malicious Fingers. I'm not big on Doomsday Zone's theme. Don't get me wrong, it works perfectly for the stage, but it's not something I really like to listen to in my own time. Egg Riviere Zone is definitely a different story. Like, I can listen to that, like, both playing the game and not playing the game. Oh, that was close. I'll be there eventually. There we go. How did I lose my... Never mind. Oh. Nope. Nope. Up there's the giant ring. There we go. Alright, last one. Gonna need to keep quiet for this one. This one's the most difficult. Whew. Screwed up a few times there, but I got it. Alright, so unlike Sonic Mania, Tails can't transform into Super Tails. He needs both the Chaos Emeralds and the Super Emeralds. I believe they said that the reason for that is that Tails is too young to harness the power of the Chaos Emeralds fully, which is why he needs like the Super Emeralds to like give him that boost. And in Sonic Mania, he's much older, so he has that potential. I believe that's their explanation for it, but honestly, they don't actually need to explain it. Like, they could have just straight up said that, yeah, Tails can do it now, no problem. And no one would have cared. The only thing that bothers me is that Tails doesn't have the flickies in Sonic Mania. Shit. Oh, it's not like I need that many rings. Oh, belly. Yeah. Oh, nice. Surprised it did bad on time. I thought that was not bad. Oh, to be fair, it's not like score matters. I feel like score only matters if there's a leaderboard, but I feel like only the elitist people are like really into that sort of stuff. I'm not. But to tell you the truth, if you've known me, I'm from my streaming, I'm from all the games I stream. I don't often go for 100%. Like, Yoshi's Island was definitely one of my biggest challenges in 100%, since I rarely do that, and that was the first time I've ever done that. To be fair, that actually wasn't as bad as I expected, because like not only have I been playing that game a lot when I was a kid, several times have I watched Proton John or Super Gaming Bros playthrough of it. And they go for 100% in both of those, so in a way, the muscle memory helped. The only time I really struggled was with the extra stages, like the actual difficult stages. I'm glad I've done it, and I'm glad it's there on YouTube for everyone to see if they care, of course. I'm just glad I don't have to... well, I'm glad that now that I've done it, I never have to do it again. Though I have been considering revisiting Yoshi's Island so soon, I know. I was thinking much like with Mario 3, where I try various challenge runs. Although, challenge is a strong word. That I use in the loosest sense. Just because not really much I can do to make the game more difficult. Damn it. So much as alright, I might as well just say it. I'm thinking of like a challenge run, but where like my only form of ammunition is watermelon seeds. Where like I have an entire stockpile of watermelon items in my inventory, and I just use those. Like I don't 100% the levels. I just like play the game with them. Like, see how well I can do. Obviously, I can only do boss levels for so far because I can't use items during the boss fights. So it'll be a case where I do the boss levels, but until I get up to the red door, that's it. I'm done. Unless I decide to do it casual, normally for the fun of it anyway, just because I enjoy the game. Sorry, I really need to pee. I'll be back in a tick. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. I have also like noticed my time, and yeah, I'm definitely not finishing it this session. So I might pick up in another session. I don't know. I could honestly use a break from, despite the fact that I've taken a very lengthy break from Persona 3. I could honestly like use a small break from that. But at the same time, I don't want to take too long of a break, so I don't want another, like, several months later sort of deal, which is kind of one of the reasons, like, why I'm, streaming Persona 3 has been a bit more, I wouldn't say difficult, so much as I have a my biggest problem is that, because I spend so long away from it, I tend to forget certain plot points. 6, 7, 8, 9. 10. You can get as many hits as you want on that first phase, and they do count towards it. The main problem is you have to wait until the actual fight to get the to like deal legit damage. But they do count towards it, so you only have to get the one hit in. Also, one thing I will say that really kind of bothered me about the Sonic movie. Bit of a spoiler here. At the same time, the film's been out for a while now, so hopefully it doesn't matter. I imagine it doesn't. But yeah, my main complaint about the Sonic film is I wish that when Sonic was like given the beat down to Eggman, it was like just attacking his ship constantly. I wish he only hit him 8 times, because I think that would have been like really. I think that would have been perfect if he just hit him like 8 times, so the traditional number of times you do to beat an Eggman boss. Just because I feel like that'd be really good, considering like how much it takes from like both classic and modern. It's like you don't even have to like make the 8th hit like cause it to blow up his machine or anything like that. It's like, but make the 8th hit the one that sends him through the giant ring and disappears. I will say this, Jim Carrey, like, I was extremely skeptical about him playing as Robotnik, because I thought to myself, he doesn't really look a thing like him, and I don't really see it working. But no, like, he absolutely nailed it. Like, he got the he got the personality on, like the eccentric personality, and in the final scene where you see him with like the big mustache and the bald head, he was replicating Mike Pollock's voice, or at least that style of Eggman, like so well it was downright creepy. Yeah, like Jim Carrey was absolutely perfect for that role. And I am very sorry for like having doubts for him, but still, like, I know that he's a damn good actor. Like, I just wasn't sure if this was like in his expertise, but like, nah, he absolutely nailed it. Like, perfect. 20 out of 10. Alright, this boss sucks. This is the boss I usually like to be super in. Just because, like, this is kind of a waste of time. Oh, am I immune to the shocks while he's doing that? Might have just been like a collision issue thing. That or the magnet shield is actually immune to electricity. It makes sense, but I wasn't really sure if if the shields really did have secondary effects. You know, outside of the main ones that Sonic gets. Like, I know that's a thing in Mania where like the magnet shield can like the magnets in Flying Battery can lift you up if you've got the magnet shield on. I know that you can burn bridges and the oil ocean with the fire shield. I know that the water shield made you immune to the goo and chemical plants. I wasn't sure if there were effects like those in the regular. I've never noticed, or at least they don't really try. Or, well, what I mean is that I don't think you're ever in a situation where that does actually matter. It's honestly the only time like elemental shields mattered is when you were fighting. I guess to be fair, the fire shield made you immune to fire traps, including Eggman's fireballs. Okay, I'm having a bit of an issue where it's not reading my jump inputs. Like, that's actually happened a couple times. I'm not really sure if it's the controller or the game. Like, maybe for the best I crack open and emulate for Sonic 3 instead. Because, like, if you didn't notice by the intro, like, I'm playing this off the Sega Mega Drive Classics. There we go. This is where I got my first time up in Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Or just Sonic 3 in general. Because I did not know how to work that crap. I was rolling. I am a mine. I am pushing an invisible block. I get why they put that there, so you can't interrupt Knuckles' thing. But it does look weird. Like, you think they just must stop your controls at that point. Also, turning off the light really did nothing. The only thing I can think of is that Knuckles is afraid of the dark, and by his logic, he thinks everyone else is afraid of the dark. So he turns out the light to try and scare Sonic and Tails. Only to realize it doesn't work and he's just scared himself. If anything, like, Sonic's afraid of water and Tails is afraid of lightning. So, well, if the OVA is any indication. That Sonic OVA is surprisingly good. The only thing bad with it was its voice acting. But that also depends if whether or not you actually... I feel like the voice acting is definitely one of the more opinionated ones, because, like, it's bad, but people still like it. Or at least, like, they make fun of it more. Like, they enjoy it. Like, everyone talks about the whole strange, isn't it, sort of deal when Sonic's fighting Metal. Which, to be fair, like, that's a very good line. Both ironically and unironically. I just like that it's on YouTube, so I can watch it whenever I want. Not sure if the video is still there, though. I don't know if there's, like, a copyright thing for that. I imagine that there is. But that film is also, like, so old at this point, like, does it matter? I don't know. Down here, roll. Okay, not this one, the other one. Oh, hello. Oh, okay. Nothing I can do there. This is the one I'm thinking of. I know there's no point in me collecting those, but I like the 50 rings and extra lives. Plus, at this point, it's like, it's a proper habit. I can never tell if this is an easy or hard boss. Three, 4, 5. 6. 7. 8. Like how even the ball blows up. I meant to miss. Honestly, this game is definitely a lot more difficult when you don't have your super form. Sorry, just checking the chat. See if there's anything. There's that, I really can't remember if this was confirmed or not, but I know that a lot of the, well, I know that, a lot of the songs are apparently inspired by Michael Jackson's songs, which, you know, I've got nothing against that. The problem is that I can never tell which ones are based on what, so I don't know if that rumor is really as true. The only one I know is that Ice Cap Zone is apparently based on Annie, Are You Okay? Smooth Criminal, that's it. But that's about it. And even then, I don't know if that's just a coincidence. Like, I don't know if that is actually true. And, if I'm being frank, it really doesn't make a difference at the end of the day. This is also like one of the reasons why I like playing as Tails. Like sometimes I kind of like breaking the stage with the ability to fly. Although I'm not really sure how much of it is actually considered breaking. Son of a bitch. I don't know how much of it is actually breaking, considering that the level does cater to like Tails' ability to fly. It's free. Damn it. 4, 5, 6. Usually I'm a lot better than this, but at the same time I'm also rusty. I'm more used to playing Ice Cap Zone. I'm more used to playing Sonic Mania, not Ice Cap Zone. While the two play exactly the same, one thing I have noticed is that Sonic 3 definitely has a bit more jank to it. But that's not necessarily the game's fault. Like, this is a game made in the 90s and Sonic Mania was made in 2017, so it honestly makes a lot of sense that... Damn it. It honestly makes a lot of sense that despite Sonic Mania having the exact same controls, there'd be a lot less jank. Again, just to reiterate, that's not the game's fault. It's updated systems and updated systems and programs. It was inevitable. With that said, I would like to see a Sonic Mania mod that recreates this entire game. From top to bottom. Like, no for no. I'd like to see that. If not, I would at least like a mod that changes the Supersonic theme. So that it's not the invincibility theme. Like I said, jank. Then again, I could also believe that being part of this port. It's like I said, playing this off of the Sega Mega Drive system, as it's called on Steam. I don't remember the name off the top of my head. I got this because I wanted to buy an official version of the game. Because, like, this is my favorite. I had no shame in using emulators for Sonic 1 and 2. This one's definitely a little trickier. What the fuck? How did that hit me from the other side? Oh, damn it. Alright, come on, you're better than this. There we go. I'm usually not that bad against the boss, but I might also just be so used to using the Chaos Emeralds. Launch-based zone. This is definitely one of the most difficult stages for me, because I can never keep a hold of my rings. Just to clarify, I was mashing the jump button to fly, and for some reason it just wasn't taking it. I really don't remember this game being that bad. Like, having this much jank. I have to check to see if this is, like, this port. Or is it my controller? Either way, like, regardless, I'm gonna have to go back to the, GameCube version. Because, like, like I said, my Mega Drive broke when I was a kid. And I never really finished any of the Sonic games fully until the Mega Collection for the GameCube. So I'm definitely going to have to play that again. And see if it's the port or my controller or if it's just always like that and I just don't remember, like I've been spoiled by Mania. I'm willing to place my bets on the ports, because the controller's fine. I use it all the time. For Persona 3 and other games. Like, I'm pretty sure I used this controller. Actually, no, I didn't. I didn't use this controller for the last time I played the Sonic games, because that was before I started using the webcam. And I got this controller this year. So I remember, like, my last controller broke at the tail end of my Plague Knight Mega Stream, so I had to end it. I had to end it early before I could finish it, and then do it again on another day. Thankfully, the controller did not take long to arrive, and I was very grateful for that. That was a right piss take. I'd like to point out, I was also holding left and it wasn't moving. This I like doing. Although it does eat your inputs. Nah. I'm pretty sure you had to fight 2 of these when you played as Knuckles. There we go. Didn't know those blocks counted as solid objects. Oh well. I honestly don't really want to waste the time to get a shield. Because honestly, it doesn't really matter how many rings I have. Like, I can't go super. And it's not like I need that many rings just to stay alive. I just need the one. Which I'm, well, that and lives, but I've got 19. I'm good for now. This isn't a case where it's Sonic 2. I guess just to explain, like, I don't like Sonic 2 at all. Like, I've got a lot of bad personal memories of that one. One of my more recent ones was when I tried to beat the game for the first time. Again, this was like another attempt at it. Because, like, just to clarify, I've up until very recently, like, I want to say like a couple years ago, I have never beaten Sonic 1 or 2. So yeah. Sonic 1 I finally beat for the first time. I want to say around 2016, 2017, somewhere along that line. And yes, I am dead serious. I've owned those games when I was a kid, while I was on the Mega Collection. Yeah. Sonic 1 I finally beat after all these years, and with a surge of confidence and just gratitude for finally being able to do it, I tried my hand with Sonic 2. Now, all things considered, I was doing okay up until like the very reason why I've never been able to beat the game, and that's the final world. Like Death Egg Zone. Like, I hate that stage. I think it's terrible. Now, this is a very opinionated thing, but I think the final boss is like trash. Like, I think it's like a legitimately horrible final boss, like badly designed. Not in the sense of like there's just so much jank is badly designed, but like the fact that you never get any rings in that stage. And the final boss is so hard to hit because you can only hit it like pretty much in the crotch or the backside. And the gap is just so small. Like even when I'm like directly in line to hit it, I always hit the spikes and die. It's like one of my more recent memories, like going back to that since I realized I deviated. One of my memories with that was I had about 20 lives and 5 continues, and I wasted them all on the Death Egg robot. And yeah, like, the most I got was 3 hits. Like, I was absolutely furious. Like, I never picked up the game since. When I streamed the game, I did try my hand again, but I used save states. Did I feel bad for using save states up against the final boss? Like, using a save state for every hit? A little, yes. But at the same time, I did not care enough to try again legitimately. Don't get me wrong. I know for a fact that Sonic 2 is a great game. I won't deny that for even a second. I know it's a fantastic game and it does a lot of things right for the series that 3 and future Sonic games will pick up on. Because like it finally gets what it needed to do right. I know for a fact that Sonic 2 is a good game. I just don't like it. It's as simple as that. And I won't ever argue that it's a bad game. Like, I won't ever do any sort of arguments about the quality of the game. But if you were to tell me that the final boss is a good designed game and is easy, that is when we'll have a disagreement. So I've got about 50 minutes left. Me? Don't think I'll be able to beat this game in this session. I haven't even decided if I'm even going to like play it again at a different day. So I might just go back to Persona 3. Like, they really did not fix that. Alright, Mushroom Hill Zone time. Okay, so obviously that door there leads to the giant ring which contains the super emeralds. Like I said, I'm not bothering with them because plain and simple, I just don't want to. Like, it really is as simple as that. I just don't want to. Because, like, the problem is that because that is one hell of a shot. Is that because the main problem with being in your super form is that I hate the music. Because, like, it's the invincibility theme and it's a 6-second loop. Like, it's ear-grating and annoying. Like, I don't like it at all. If I am going through a game where I've got my super form, like doing a replay through, I'm usually saving it like up until directly in front of the boss where I don't have to hear it. So, yeah, just in this case, like, I'm not getting the super emeralds. I wanted to get all the chaos emeralds because, like, I'm 99% certain that the chaos emeralds are all I need to get the good ending, where I get the master emerald back. And I believe getting the super emerald gives you like a better ending, where I could get an additional cutscene alongside saving the master emeralds. But yeah, if there was a mod for this game that got rid of that and replaced it with a different song altogether that was easier to listen to, then yeah, no problem. Did not think that would reach. Go. Also, the only thing threatening about it is the flames it gives off. Sorry. Hey, Knock. I won't deny for a second though, like I really do like Mushroom Hillzone's aesthetic. Like, I love the season changes, especially autumn. Like I've always been a sucker for autumn. That and winter. It's like spring and summer are a little too similar, in my opinion. Okay, spring's a little calmer while summer can be very intense. In terms of heat, I mean. But it's not really as big of a visual difference as there is compared to autumn and winter. Alright, now to winter. I feel like this really didn't get to me that this was supposed to be winter until like I realized that these are supposed to be based on the 4 seasons. I think it needs a bit more like white in it, like snow. Like nowadays, I get that it's winter because when compared to some of the others, yeah, clear cut. I never liked those things, honestly. But I won't deny, I do like this boss. It's like, I think this was like the inspiration for like the Sonic event, the bosses for Sonic Events 2. And like some of the future modern games where you chase after the enemy. Which is unfortunately an overused concept for the final bosses in modern Sonic games, but... Look, I'll be frank, like... Realistically, they're badly designed because they're following, like, the same mechanic and just getting easier and easier. But I won't deny that they're still fun and climactic for me. And also, when it comes to Sonic Lost World, that was legitimately the only time I ever had fun with that stupid fucking game. Like seriously, if there's a Sonic game I hate more than 2, it's Lost World. That is just absolute trash. The only good thing about it was the DLC levels. Alright, flying battery zone, let's go. Ah, nah, I didn't want the flame shield. Oh. I'm cheating. I won't lie though, when I was a kid, Flying Basher was definitely one of the more difficult stages for me, despite it being like really early if you're playing Sonic and Knuckles, not as early when you're playing the full version. Yeah. For those who don't know, like the reason this game is like this is because when this was in production, they didn't have enough time to finish the game before the deadline, so they split the game in two. Like, they made the first 6 levels of Sonic 3 and Knuckles, like, Sonic 3, and did the rest for the Sonic and Knuckles cartridge. But I think what they did with the Knuckles cartridge was like, genius. Because, like, the cartridge itself, so the cartridge itself was just Sonic and Knuckles, but it had an attachment at the top. If you put Sonic 3 in it, you get Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Like, that's how you played the game originally for the Mega Drive / Genesis. I know this might be a no-duh sort of deal, but let's be real, like, does anyone really know these days? With how console hardware's gone these days? But what they did was that the cartridge didn't just work for Sonic 3 and Knuckles, like for Sonic 3. If you put Sonic 2 into the cartridge, you got to play through Sonic 2, but you got to play as Knuckles with all of his abilities. Which is essentially the way I prefer to play Sonic 2, because Knuckles kind of breaks the game a little bit, because the game wasn't designed with his ability to glide and climb walls. And I believe if you put Sonic 1 in it, you got Blue Sphere. Blue Sphere was well, obviously it's the game you play to get the Chaos Emeralds. But this Blue Sphere was different as it had computer-generated areas, maps, which like all of them were every possible outcome you could do with the map and the Blue Sphere, and like Bumper and Red Sphere locations, like while making them possible. Now, I don't know if this is true. I've heard of this, and I think it's true because it makes sense from my perspective. But I think because of the computer-generated things, it's actually impossible to ever beat the game unless you literally played it every minute and every day of your life for proper years without breaks, and even then you would just die, because like your body wouldn't last much longer with something like that. Because I think it was said that Blue Sphere has like 1 billion levels. That's probably not true. But that's just what I've heard, and given what given what computer generated stuff can do, especially when you like give them so much free will and like a massive thing to work with, like that is possible. Like they can make a lot. Once again, I don't know if it's true, but I honestly believe it to be. But yeah, it's apparently impossible to beat because it has that many levels. Like, if it's not true, then fair enough, it's not true. But the general consent is that Blue Sphere is impossible to complete because there's just too many levels. Which in some cases, like, I guess you'll never get the same stage twice if it's randomly generated. So it's not a bad idea to like plug it in for like a few minutes just to have a quick session or two, and then just leave it at that. You know, assuming they are randomly generated. I don't think they are. Would be nice. Anyway, enough about that. I don't know if it did it for any other games. Like, I don't think it did. Because I know that the game... I know that no game would play if you didn't put a compatible cartridge in. I just know that Sonic 1 you got Blue Sphere, Sonic 2 you got to play as Knuckles in that game. And obviously Sonic 3 gives you the full package, Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Which again, like, I thought that was a brilliant thing. I'd say I want more of it, but with the way games are these days, that's never gonna happen. Like, that is strictly a 90s thing. And again, like, Sega was always into like the multi-cartridge stuff, because like there was the 32X add-on, which could play games at a higher resolution and like play some of the more graphically intensive games like Knuckles Chaotix. It was like, yeah, like Sega was very inventive and experimentative with their products, which, admittedly, that does explain a lot. Whenever Sonic is brought into a completely different into a completely different play style compared to what he's used to. There's like when he did Sonic Unleashed, like they had the Werehog. In Sonic Colors, they had the Wisp Powers. Sonic Lost World just reeked of experimentation. Like, yeah, like Sega's always been known for like experimenting. Surprised I managed to get that. Also, I don't get the practicality of this machine. Then again, this was Eggman's early days, so he probably didn't really have any idea on how to like top Sonic's speed for the time being. As we learn from future games, he's definitely been able to make mechs that can match or outspeed Sonic. Now Sonic just slows down for those fights just to make sure he can take care of it. One of the two. Yeah. Sandopolis, a stage that not many people like, from what I recall. But this is definitely one of my more remembered stages. Like, I definitely have better memories of this one compared to other stages. Like, this is one I do enjoy. Again, like, as a kid, not only have I been like a sucker for like water-themed levels, I do like desert and Egyptian-themed levels too. So yeah, it's always been something that I've enjoyed. But I don't think it's like strictly because of that. I think I just generally enjoyed the level design. And the music. The music helps. Although, it's easy to understand why not many people are fond of Act 2 of this game. Act 2 of this zone. About half an hour left, so yeah, definitely not beating this. I'm gonna get close though. I suppose this is also like a good game for me to play to like get an understanding of like my new scheduling system. Because like, just to clarify, like I used to stream for 3 hours, now I'm streaming for 2 hours. Like, while I'm streaming for less hours, this will honestly be a bit more consistent with me. well, I'll be able to stream more consistently. So like, there won't be as many days where I won't stream. Though unfortunately, wintertime is normally my worst when it comes to getting pretty much anything done. It's like I just become so much slower during the winter. Not to mention, like, I'm also like exercising more because I'm overweight. I'm fat. Like, I want to try and be healthier. My goal is to at least lose 3-4 stone. Just for instance sake, 1 stone is 14 pounds. So, yeah, you do the maths. So far I'm doing okay. Like, it's slow, but I'm getting there. Like, my form of exercising is 10,000 steps a day, and like I've shown off in one of my vlogs, I've got an exercise bike. So yeah, so I'm doing good. I'm losing weight. It's a little slower than I would have liked, but honestly, I can't rush this. Like, I have to take my time with this, otherwise I'm gonna do more damage than good. I never liked the scorpion thing. Like, that is one thing I will say. I never liked the scorpion enemies in this zone. I didn't hit the jump button twice. Whoop. Okay, that wouldn't have killed me, but wasn't taking the risk. Dang it, I'm out. Alright, time for one of the more tedious bosses. Like, this is one thing I will confess, like, this boss is like just straight up tedious. You have to constantly just smack this thing until it ends up in the quicksand. Alternatively, you can camp out in the quicksand, like just keep jumping, and wait for it to come to you. Although I think both are the same speed. Also, I don't think this is actually one of Eggman's mechs. I think this is like a legit Guardian. Though it does constantly explode when you defeat it, but I don't know if that's just like a design quirk thing for the bosses, or if that actually is like one of Eggman's robots. I'll take that. And into the temple we go. It's easy to understand why people don't really like this one as much. I don't know, I've always liked the aesthetic of this one. And whoops, we just released all the ghosts. Alright. Hi, Ghost. Honestly, I didn't need to drop down that far. Or at all, really. See, I'll be honest, first time I saw the ghosts, I didn't realize that, their left arm, when they're looking over to the, like, left and all that, I didn't realize that was their other arm. I thought that was just straight up, their noses. Oh, come on, hurry up. Cheers. That was close. Getting a few close calls there. I believe this is the point where they start bringing out the, yeah, here. Thankfully, because I'm Tails, I can ignore them. Usually when I'm playing Sonic 3 and Knuckles, I'm not normally playing as Sonic unless I feel like doing Doomsday Zone. More often than not, I'm either playing as Tails because I enjoy flying and breaking some of the mechanics. Or I'm playing as Knuckles because I enjoy his climbing abilities. And to be honest, back when I used to play just Sonic and Knuckles, like without the Sonic 3 attachment, I would often play as Knuckles because I always found his gameplay to be easier. Alright. Oh, dang it. Going up. Oh. Alright. Once again, I don't like those scorpion things because they are very annoying to hit without getting hit yourself. That way's for Knuckles only, so I'm not... I'm going this way. Sometimes it is just quicker just to drop. Getting there. Oh no, you don't. was a little close, wasn't it? Alright. Dang it. Oh, I usually get 2 hits on this guy. And I am not hitting him at all. There we go. Ah, come on. Why can I not hit him more than once? Now I'm curious, like, is there a time limit to that boss? Like, once I get to, like, the other side of the wall, is that just it? Anyway, Lava Reef Zone, one of my absolute favorites. Mostly for the music. But it is otherwise a very fun stage. Definitely one I need a fire shield for. Especially if I want to break the boss in half. I will take a magnet shield, though. Or not. Alright, just wait for a minute. Wow, I mistimed that horribly. I remember though, like, during my first playthrough of Sonic 3, like, on my first streaming playthrough of Sonic 3, back when I was streaming, like, the trilogy, back in, I want to say it was 2018, I played horribly when I was, playing as Tails, especially around, like, the, no pun intended, tail end. I was just noticed, that was the boss of, that was the Lava Reef Act 1 boss in Sonic Mania. I never noticed that before. Makes sense given the context of Sonic Mania, where it's just more or less a nostalgic love letter to fans. Surprised I didn't count as a. Surprised I didn't count as a death. I also got the rest while I'm here. Oh yeah, I forgot there wasn't another path there. It's just rings. Honestly, I'm just more comfortable with a fire shield in this area. Given how much lava you're dealing with. That was just rude. Hello. Eh. Could have done without. Going. Damn it. Oh, oh. I always miss this button. You know. Oh, never mind. You don't get items. Yeah, you don't get items in this one. Oh, so much for that. Oh, it's got an extra one up. Alright, one down. Now! What? There we go. What the hell was that about? What? Why did that not count as a hit? Bullshit. Oh well. Oh, this I always thought was cool. I just never understood why the lava just goes rock hard like that. Yeah, I've always loved the music to Lava Reef Act 2. Like, I always thought it was just amazing. Like, it's because it's so different. From all the other songs where they're like just high energetic and like just fun to blast through, but this is just like it's more slow and mysterious. Also a random bubble shield. Okay, I'll take that. Would rather have a fire shield in the fire area, but whatever. Can't complain. Well, I mean, I can, but kind of pointless. Definitely thought I was going to take a hit there. Yeah, it's been so long since I played this. I'm so used to Mania. There's kind of a lot of things I've sort of forgotten about this game. There we go. Okay, this I remember being a pain. Oh, easy does it. Damn it. Damn it. Oh, okay. Let's try my luck. Damn it, I don't want this. Bye. I want the item game. Whoa. This is death, isn't it? This is death. That's kind of mean. So let's be real. How are you supposed to know that's death? I think there's one more chance to get a fire shield. And I better hope I get it. Bap. I always loved this bit here, how you could see the death egg starting to reactivate. Like, this sequence was always cool. So yeah, it is reactivating, but like, it's not taking off yet. I believe the idea is that it used a blast to reheat the entire lava reef zone. Okay, here's a magnet shield. I know that much. Yeah, here it is. Alright, I've just noticed the timer. Yeah, this is definitely going to have to be the last bit we do. And the thing about the fire shield is that because you're immune to lava, this boss is kind of a joke. Like, it'd be a lot more of a threat if you didn't have it, because you'd have to constantly jump on these platforms to get to be safe. Alright, just a couple more hits. This is like not really that interesting of a boss, because you're literally just playing the waiting game. Tails gone for Act 2. Alright, just head to Hidden Power Zone, and then we'll call it quits, just so I can have it saved. Yep, there we go. Alright, how do I exit out of this again? Oh. There we go. Alright, that's gonna do it for today. not really sure if I will bother like finishing it off because like I've already like done a complete playthrough of this game, so yeah. And honestly, I just needed a break from Persona 3. I'm definitely gonna go back to it in the next session. Like I also need to get round to uploading all those live streams I've done. All right. Anyway, that's gonna do it for today. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you hopefully tomorrow for some more Persona 3. All right, take care, guys.